also a formation change. The judges get bored even if it's amazing.
Or spin.
We've got 10 minutes left. Okay, so what we're going to do for the last 10 minutes is pretty much, if you want to see something, raise your hand. Tell us what you want to see.
TikToks too.
Can we show you TikToks?
We can show you TikToks. Okay, we can just show those real fast.
Okay,
Did you just make that front whirly because it was too connected to level 3 skill, or is that you can't
That's
set
level
it?
3.
Yes.
Did them this year. Yes.
Now, hey, when you do this, like she's saying, I always try to come up with, and the judges, as soon as they see it, if you don't bring it to their attention, they're going to say it's illegal.
Right.
They've seen this one now.
Right.
But before you go in and you get a deduction on it, walk up to your safety judge. Don't be afraid. It's okay, fine. And you talk to them and say, look, this is the way this reads. Am I reading it correctly? And they'll go, yep, can't do it, da-da-da-da, this is what it is. And you go, okay, this is what I'm doing. And you explain to them and say the verbiage from the definition. Make sure that you are your knowledgeable coach. So when you walk up, you say, I have double hand grip, ground level, full twisting, catching in a cradle. So you're using their verbiage, throwing right back at them, so that when they do it, they go, well, okay, yeah, sounds good. Okay? Then never go in and go, do you think this is legal? Don't do that. You set yourself up, even if it's not legal, they'll probably go, I don't know, we'll check on it, don't do it. So don't do that. Oh,
just regular TikTok.
Hold it. Pitch, land, and then we'll regular
Let's
TikTok.
do regular TikTok. Then we'll do the tip.
Okay.
And then we'll go
From the ground up.
Yeah,
Press, to stretch, or press. Here we go, ready, and 1, 2. Easy, easy. There we go.
Okay, they've got to get off their cycle. That was a basket toss.
So that's just an express up. It's technically this year is a TikTok. We'll find out what they're going to do with it next year because it's not a TikTok from extended to an extended position, but it is landing in an extended position. So it's one of those gray areas. We're going to get by with it this year. We'll see what happens. When you're doing it, we did way too much.
Too much talk my truck. I'm sorry.
It's just a replace. You want to actually pitch it to about right here. She's going to do a quick push with that leg and then immediate switch. Try to catch it below the top and just like the full up, continue the motion to the top. Questions? Okay. Do it again. Toss release. Your release moves. Real quick. We're just going to show you the. Then we'll do another TikTok. Low to high. Okay, low left. Low left. All right, spot. Here we go. We only done this once. Low left.
Jump in both.
Both. Just step in low. Step in low. TikTok high.
Oh, I thought we were doing the toss release.
Oh, toss for low, slow to high. Here we go. And ready? And steps plunge.
Yeah, 1, 2.
1, 2.
Remember toss. Now give me your leg.
Here. Okay. Do it again. On this again. Here we go.
You want to stop?
And no.
Okay, 1, 2.
Ready? And 1, 2. Step. Pitch it. Bend it.
When we practiced that, we actually held on. We didn't do the release coming back down. Okay, but once again, we're trying to save time and compact a bunch of this stuff together. So we did the release to the low and then TikToked it back out to the high. The whole trick to that release to the low is actually getting the grip after the ball up.
And the grip is primary, secondary base. Right here, grabbing that foot and then pinching the shin.
Show the left.
1, 2.
Show the left.
Stretch.
I'm shooting for the toe. He's going back foot, and I've got thigh. And then that way, as we start to pitch, as it starts to go here, I'm releasing this foot and grabbing this one, and it steps right into your hand. If it's as you practice and you get your timing together.
Your back spot, as it passes through low, you want to grab hip, and you almost want to put part of your hand on her back in case she starts to lean a little bit because she's on her opposite leg, and the other hand is going to go underneath. Pull your stretch on this leg. It's going to catch right here, and you hold her in her too, because a lot of times she'll start to lose her body position, and when she's in here, you control, dip, let go, release, and find the foot.
Cool.
Find that flat surface.
Okay, cheat. Love to cheat. No, I'm just kidding.
Level 3.
Step to the side. You go there, I'll back this one. This is a non-release, but it looks like a TikTok. So, if she's stepping into the wrong foot, step wrong foot in first. I'm just going to pitch to the top.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, now, in the back, I'm acting as a back spot. Like the quick up that we just did to the stretch, she can do the same thing, go to Liberty this time. Instead of pitching, which would be a release and is illegal, at their lower levels, I'm going to reach all the way down here and grab the ankle. So as she's starting to go, it's a non-release. I have the foot, and we can pitch all the way up to a live or a stretch. Yeah, just quick pitch, push off there, go to live. And 1, 2. Beautiful. And
Now that's one of the ones that it looks like a release, but it's not. Okay, so you can.
the reason I showed you to the side so you can see it. If you do it from the front, every single judge will say that is illegal on your level.
Right.
But if you show them from the side what you did, everybody else is going to go, why are you letting them get by with illegal stuff? It's not illegal. You got the answer. Yeah. Side, front, that side.
Do it from the front so that you guys can see.
Which way?
Front.
Front. Quick switch. And ready? 1, 2.
That will also help your flyers get ready for the true release. Okay, because once again, a lot of times when the flyers are doing that ball up release express up to the top, okay, they will have trouble replacing their feet from one to the other. Okay, with this grip, you've actually got control of it as it goes to the top. That flyer can't go one way or the other with the foot. So you could use this, one, as a cheat for level 3, okay, or as a trainer for level 4 and 5.
Hey, and you guys, when you do your stunts, think about when you're putting them together. I got a level 5 transition, I got a level 5 dismount. I got something level 3 in between that's really easy, but then I jump right back into a level 5 body position with a double, or extreme flexibility with a double down. Mix it up, because just going hard doesn't give you extra points. Once you've got the judges, I'm not going to say confused, but you've given them everything that they're asking for within that level, they have to give you the score at that level. Then it's execution. So whatever you can do to make it easy for your team and still hit what is written as far as has to be there, you're going to get the score and you're going to get your execution, and your score is going to go up dramatically instead of just trying to be got to do hardcore this. You know, so work with that and work with the combination. Sometimes full up at the beginning, sometimes do the rewind, move, and a full up from a sponge. There's lots of ways, and it's easier. Different people, different things. 3 may do full and a half up, 3 may do full up from sponge. Whatever you're doing with the judges, they're seeing full ups, and they're seeing full and half ups, and they're seeing flipping, and they're looking at the overall composition in 2.5 minutes. They got to give you that score. Cool? Yes?
James, you mentioned before about changing formations in the stunt.
Absolutely.
Do you mean while it's extended, or sponge it down?
I think it's beautiful when they do it, but I pound so much into my stunt section that you're going to have to give me the score that I want whether I do that or not. Now, if you can do it, if I've got a group, and I've had groups that do it and do it very well, then I'll do it, and that's very impressive, doing an overstretch or something like that and moving in your overstretch. But moving in your overstretch does not equate to the highest score if the technique and the other things are not there. So play with it. If you got a group and 2 of them can move, 2 move. If all of them can move, great. If not, 2 are moving while the other bounce to sponge, that's easy, and you only got 2 moving, then they bounce down and everybody pulls up. So you're mixing and matching all the difficulty levels within your team for your team's personal abilities to get that score and to make sure the judges are seeing those key elements that they're checking off as you're going through.
All right, any last questions? Because we're wrapping up at this point.
Yes,
ma'am. A sidewinder?
Side summit? Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to repeat, you were mentioning things that you like to make sure that you have in the stunt sequence.
Yes.
And they're making sure you have a double down, making sure you have a formation change. Can you repeat them?
Yes, I'll do that, and then we'll do the side summing, and then they're going to run us out of here. What I like to have in a stunt section is a creative entry, at least 2 to 3 body positions, a good transition, not meaning just a reload, but a full twisting, some sort of transition. So I've got a twist and a flip, 1 double down, and 1 creative dismount. Okay? And that creative dismount can be a roll of the yo-yo right back in and then go up to a stunt. So that way for the judges, I'm twisting, I'm flipping, body position, double down, and formation changes. When I do that, like when I'm talking to coaches like at Spirit Sports, I tell them, I know you're doing a great stunt, but why leave it to the discretion of the judges? Pound it down their throats so they have to give you this score if you execute, because I did everything. And you can do that. It's not that hard with your kids. Side summing. Side summing is the same thing as As the rewind, I'm going to stand in the front. I've got, here you go. All right, and if you want to catch right there, or no, actually, let me do this. You go on this side, I'll do this side. All right, you catch butt, I catch toe. So when we're getting ready to throw this, he's going to help throw from the back side right there. I'm going to take this hand and throw from right here. It looks like it's covered when you're down on the ground, which is great because they don't know what you're going to do. Once you throw it, as long as you go fully extend with the arm, then you'll see the side summies as they ripple down the diagonal. Okay? Once again, split finger grip in the front, flipping it over. He catches the butt, and I try to catch hand under the feet. And ready? Ready? And resist on here. 1, 2. Side summy around. There we go. There you go. Flip it quick. All right. Give me those. Yeah. All right. Ready? And 1, 2. That's it. There we go. There you go.
Right there.
Now, once she's in this position, you can go straight up. Let's pull it up. Ready? Pull up to target. 1, 2. Beautiful. Cool. Nice job. So, good.
Last question.
Let's bring back the dirty bird poop scoop.
Oh, no, I love it. I love it.
Any other questions?
Okay, as you leave, I know a lot of, if anybody has questions, because a lot of people do sometimes when you're done. The most important thing that I can say is in your gyms, in my gym, I can try to walk in and teach my kids. They don't want to listen to me. I'm James. They see me every day. You know, I don't care what I can teach them. They don't want to listen to me. They want somebody else to teach. So within that, do the smart thing. You teach, but also it's not a bad thing sometimes to have somebody else come in and teach and pound and help and reinforce the things that you've been saying. In that, you can do it from gym to gym. You can help each other. You can bring in people. Make sure that when you are bringing in people, and like I said, I've done those speed camps forever. Right now, I'm bouncing around doing a lot of choreography and a lot of camps. Matt helps me with a lot of that as far as getting that organized. If it's what I'm telling you, if it's not necessarily with me, find somebody that you can work with. And you guys, one key thing, keep this in mind. Make sure you're making money at your own gym too. Don't pay somebody else to come in to make all the money, and then they leave, and your kids are paying that out, and you're not able to survive. So make sure that you got something going on to where you're going to survive, be able to compete, that your kids are getting what they need, and you're keeping your parents happy, and you're learning, you're keeping them safe, and you're moving forward. Okay? Bottom line. You guys, thank you. Great job.
Give Whitney a big hand.
We'll stick around for a couple minutes, so if you have any individual questions that you want any of the staff to answer,